Welcome. If you've ever felt the weight of trying so hard to make money appear, pushing strategies, launching and then re-launching, repositioning, posting, chasing, ensuring that your checklist shows productivity, which is 10x, only to meet silence, resistance, or exhaustion, this is for you. There is a quiet power most people never touch. It is the power of waiting, not passively, not desperately, but with certain sovereignty. When you force, you block the flow. When you wait correctly, the flow finds you. Today we explore why forcing repels abundance and how the quiet, embodied act of waiting becomes the most magnetic force for wealth you will ever know. Forcing feels productive initially and for a really long time. It gives the illusion of control. We tell ourselves, if I do more, post more, show up more, DM more, optimize more, then the money will come. But spiritually, forcing is a declaration of lack that you already experience. It says to the universe that I do not trust the abundance that you are sending me. I do not trust that the abundance is already mine. It says I must earn my worth through sweat and struggle. This is where the law of assumption, as Neville Goddard taught, is clear. You become what you assume you are. When you assume you are someone who must force wealth into existence, you embody scarcity, wearing the costume of effort. Every forced action sends a vibrational signal. I am not yet the one who receives effortlessly. And the universe, in its perfect mirroring, reflects that back. More effort required, more resistance met. The deeper cost is energetic. Forcing contracts the field. It shrinks the aura, dims the light. Opportunities that were once approaching quietly begin to withdraw. Imagine a quick visual. A great river of wealth, ancient, endless, always moving. It is divine abundance itself, and it wants to reach you. When you force, you build a dam. The dam is made of urgency, doubt, over-planning, self-doubt. I must make it happen now. Everything becomes very time-bound. And behind the dam, the pressure builds. The water, which is the wealth, becomes turbulent, muddy, and blocked. It also shows up as insecurities. You know those on again, off again manifestations that work for you, and then suddenly they stop? But when you wait correctly, not from fear, but from sovereign knowing, the gates open naturally. The river flows clear, calm, and wide. Gold pours through this without resistance. And this comes from a lot of faith, from a lot of trust in the process. From understanding that wealth of any kind is meant to flow. And it needs to flow like water. And so does money. This is not passive waiting. This is active trust. It is the difference between a frantic gardener pulling all plants out to make them grow faster. Overdoing the digging, overdoing the watering, overdoing everything. And the wise one who waters, rests, and trusts that the roots are already doing their work experiences this flow in a completely different feeling. A feeling of trust, a feeling of surrender. Human design shows us that waiting is not one size fits all. Each energy type has its sacred way of waiting and honoring. It is the fastest path to flow. For example, generators and manifesting generators, which make 70% of the population, need to wait to respond. Life brings something, an idea, an offer, a person. Check the gut, feel the body. And when the full body says yes, move. Forcing is initiating from the mind and frustration. Waiting correctly comes up as a form of satisfaction. It feels lighter, and money flows through sustained joy. For projectors like me, who make up 20 to 22% of the population, wait for recognition and the right invitation. Someone sees your mastery first. They cross the marble floor to reach you. Forcing equals to extending energy to be seen, eventually leading to bitterness. Waiting correctly is equal to rest as a baseline. Success arrives as a natural recognition. For manifestors, which make up 9% of the population, you need to wait for the pure inner impulse, the inspired yes from within, and then inform and act. Forcing equals to acting from obligation or reaction, which eventually will end up in anger. While waiting correctly, on the other hand, equals to peace that impacts the creation of wealth without any kind of resistance. Reflectors, that make up to 1% of the population, wait a full lunar cycle before big decisions. They sample the environment. Choose what reflects abundance back to you. Forcing equals to rushing, disappointment, and while waiting correctly, brings you surprises, a magical unfolding. No matter what your type, forcing bypasses the divine timing your design was built for, while waiting honors it, and the river continues to flow. Waiting is not a weakness, it is a faith of the highest form. Whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Belief over here is not mental, it is embodied assumption. When you assume the wealth is already yours, you can rest because there is nothing left to force. Be still and know that I am God. Stillness is the ultimate act of trust. In that stillness, divine orchestration happens. The Bhagavad Gita says that you have the right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Do your part and then release. Forcing clutches the fruits, waiting releases them in flow. Neville Goddard said that assume the feeling of wish fulfilled and persist in that assumption. The persistence is not in action, it is in remaining in the feeling while the world rearranges. A lot of people have said this in various different ways as well. The manifestation masters talk about placing an order with the universe. And once you place that order, you know that it is on its way. And that is the assumption, that is the faith that you walk in. You don't keep calling the server to come and ask or confirm, is my food on the way? Is my order on the way? Right? And in the process of manifestation, all that you need to do is ensure that you are not misaligned while you're waiting for your fruits to show up. For years, I forced. As a projector, I extended, explained, auditioned for recognition. The harder I tried, the quieter the invitations became. Every time that I did a good job, someone else took the credit. Every time I thought, again, Not every time, but yeah, most often than not, this would happen when my ideas would be played out as their own. And this is what built the bitterness. Bitterness whispered that you are not enough. And guess what I did? I came back harder and stronger, wanting to do more. And this wasn't just happening at the workplace, because you carry the same person back to work, right? The one who over functions in her personal space. To be seen, to be heard, to be recognized. Then one evening in stillness, the assumption landed. I'm already the woman who is recognized. My guidance is already sought. Wealth already circulates through me. And it was already happening. It was always happening. But in that entire plight of running behind things, I never realized the things that were coming towards me. People would look me up and want to have a conversation. Someone who knows me out of nowhere would pour their hearts out. Colleagues, friends, acquaintances at times. And in the family equation as well. It was like everybody wanted a slice of me. And I turned my lens onto, I don't have to be this person. I get to be this person. I stopped reaching out. I started to rest better. I inhabited the throne that was always meant for me. Within weeks, the invitations deepened. High-level clients appeared. Family members started showing up. Friends started getting more supportive. And money flowed wider, not because I did more, but because I stopped blocking the river. This is the quiet power. Not louder action, just deeper trust and faith. I always come back to faith, because for me, that is my anchor. My spirituality is what guides me and has gotten me to where I am today. So how would you practice this on a practical basis, right? In your daily life? In the morning, check in quickly with yourself and ask, what feels like a full body yes today? If it's nothing, then rest. Guilt-free, shame-free, fear-free. And the yes will arrive in its right time. Secondly, pause before any kind of action. Before launching, before posting, before DMing someone, before you go ahead and click checkout on that cart, wait for a little while. Just give yourself 24 hours. Does it feel aligned even after 24 hours? If yes, then go ahead and proceed. If not, then let it dissolve. Thirdly, embody the end. Every day sit in the stillness and feel the wealth already present. Feel the ease that it brings, the freedom that it brings. Feel the recognition. Feel the river flowing. Fourth is releasing the timeline. Disconnect from that timeline, that it has to happen only within this time span. Divine timing is always perfect. Your job is to hold the assumption, not the control. And definitely not when. Fifth and the most important one, celebrate the wait. Every day you don't force, it's a victory. Rest is productive. Stillness is strategy. As you go over each of these steps or each of these points, you will realize that the universe will constantly keep giving you messages, information, which at times during this waiting time might come across as obstacles, as tests or challenges. But since I know that I am driven to faith, and I know that every bit of this delay that is being caused is teaching me something, there's a lesson behind it. There's a reason for it. I treat this as divine information that is being downloaded onto my consciousness. that tells me to look out for what are the things that I've missed out in preparing my container for what I have set my intentions. If this resonates as a quiet internal nod, not urgency, not excitement, just knowing you are already on the path. Forcing ends here. Waiting. Sovereign kind begins. You can go ahead and download your free Human Design Energy Types cheat sheet in the description below. It will show you exactly how your type waits most powerfully. If the yes deepens, there's a link for a complimentary 20-minute discovery call. No pressure, just presence. You don't need to become someone who receives. You need to stop pretending you're someone who must force. The river is already flowing. The gates are already opening. Rest in this knowing it is done. Thank you for being here. Until next time.